So I am bald, which is weird for me. I have had long blonde hair my entire life. So yeah, this is a little getting used to. I don't hate it. It's just weird. Last week, my hair started shedding a lot more than normal, which you have long hair, you know your hair sheds. But this was a lot more than normal. If I ran my fingers through my hair like this, I could pull out like 10 or 12 strands. So I knew it was coming. I knew that, so chemo kills fast growing cells, which cancer is a very fast growing cell. Your hair is also very fast growing cells. So that's why people on chemo lose their hair. Your digestive system also has a lot of fast growing cells. And so that's why people on chemo often feel pretty upset to their stomach, get sick, things like that. So I knew the time was coming and I would just shed a little bit more every day. I got to this past Sunday and it became annoying. Everywhere I went, I was leaving hair on the couch. Brian and Bella were constantly picking hairs off my t-shirt that would just be all over my back. Couldn't be anywhere around food prep because I didn't want hair falling in it. And I just decided if it's coming out anyway, like, let's not do the annoying hair everywhere thing. Let's just go ahead and shave it. So I planned ahead that the next day on Monday I would have a shave my head party. Invited some family and friends over, let them all participate, be part of the action. So Sunday night before I had the shave my head party, I decided to wash my hair one last time. It wasn't too long at this point. It was kind of short. I just in the spring got a haircut. And it never gets tangled. I have just very straight, smooth hair. I don't really have a problem with getting it tangled. So I get in the shower, and which is a process because of my PICC line. I have to, I have a sleeve over it right now, but for showering, you have to like wrap it with Glade Press and Seal, and then not Glade, whatever it is, and then Glad Press and Seal, and then tape around the edges. And then I also bought like a waterproof sleeve to put over it because you can't get the dressing around the PICC line wet. So anyway, get in the shower Sunday night, decide to wash my hair, and because there were so many loose hairs that when I went to put the shampoo in, started knotting up and making big tangles, and I couldn't get those out. As I tried to carefully pull those out, chunks of hair were coming out in the shower. I got a big thick comb with like big wide bristles and really carefully tried to comb them out, and just chunks would come out with the comb. I cut some of the tangle out. It was rough, especially around where I would part my hair. A lot of that was coming out, so I kind of had some balding spots starting Sunday night. So I became very appreciative that I had already decided to shave my head because it was going to happen anyway. It was going to need to happen. What's not funny about that process, because I am able to laugh through a lot of it, is after chunks of hair fall out in the shower, there's a few emotional moments. I cried a little bit, but I brushed it off. I had to stay in the shower and shave my legs, which I think is completely unfair. That I lose the hair on top of my head that you want, and yet my legs are still growing new hair, and I have to shave those, which is super unfair. So I'm guessing other hair will start falling out, maybe with the next round of chemo. Kind of hoping to keep my eyebrows and eyelashes, but we'll see. But for now, it just feels very unfair that I have to shave my legs when I have a bald head. But that's just the way it goes. So Monday afternoon, I had some family and friends come over, and I let everybody choose. They could brush, cut, or shave. We let Caroline start with the brush first, and it's kind of fun because so much hair falls out. So a normal just swipe through the hair pulls out like, I don't know, 30, 40 strands of hair. The brush is all messy. It's kind of fun. So Kara did that. Then I had some more people brush, and then we had people start cutting, and we said just take a small section, cut as short or as long or as funky as you want. And they had fun with that. And then for the shavers, we put a 4-guard on the clippers, and we let them shave a stripe of hair anywhere they wanted, which was pretty fun. And then I had a dear friend of mine, Cindy, who's a hairdresser. She was at the party, and so once family and friends were done kind of having fun with it, then she took the guards off the clippers and then shaved it real close. So it would just look nicer. So right now my head is kind of fuzzy. It kind of feels like Velcro when I like lay on a pillow or something, which is kind of annoying. So even though I technically still have a little bit of fuzz of hair, I'm actually kind of excited for the fuzz to go out so I could just have a smooth bald head. Putting a hat on feels weird because it like over the fuzz. It's kind of weird. I've been a hat wearer for years, so I have a lot of hats to wear. I have some very sweet and generous friends and family members who have sent me some cancer patient specific like hats or scarves and turbans and things like that. And they're really cute and I like them, but it's summer and my head gets really hot. So for the most part, I'm just rocking a bald head. Sometimes I put the hats on. It's just, honestly, I don't mind the bald head as much as I thought I might. It's more like a constant reminder, like, look at me, I have cancer. So like, anybody I see out and about, the grocery store, the neighborhood, whether they knew I had cancer or not, now they definitely know. You just can't hide it when you're a woman with bald head. Like friends and family that know and are okay with things, it's just a reminder. Like if I didn't have the shaved head when I still had my hair, you could at least put it to the side and kind of forget about it for a little while. But now it's like screaming at you the whole conversation. So I think that's the part that is most difficult for me. It's so bold and out there and such a reminder that sometimes you just don't want to think about it. You just want to have a normal conversation about other things. But when you have a bald head, like conversation always turns back to the cancer in one way or another. But that's just part of my new normal. I'll get used to it. I used to love being the center of attention, and then I kind of lost that, and so now it's swinging back around. So I will probably get used to it again, being center of attention, but it's taken a little bit to get used to. I'm not very good at accepting help. Lots of people want to come by and visit and bring meals and offer so many different things, and I'm not good at accepting help. I tend to be pretty independent, and I pride myself in getting things done and doing it myself. So I'm having to learn to accept help. We set up a meal train so friends and family could bring us dinners on weekdays. And at first it felt kind of funny, like, Brian's capable of making dinner if I don't feel well. Bella's capable of making dinner. The kids, there are certain things they can fend for themselves. So is it really a need? And the meals have just started this past week, and I will say it's amazing. So just to have one less thing to think about, not just be me, but my family, to not have to worry about that, do the extra grocery store runs, to be able to kind of focus on other things, because they're picking up my slack, things. I've been a stay-at-home mom for years, and things that I have been taking care of, now they find themselves stepping into those roles, and it's different. It's okay. It's manageable. We can do it. It's just different, and we're just getting used to it. So we do really appreciate the meals that come in, because that's just one less thing my family is taking care of. And it's just one less thing to worry about. So thank you all so much for that. So round 1 of chemo is down. It's done. Today is Friday, so I start round 2 on Monday. It went good. Actually, my body handled the chemo so well that my doctor says I get rewarded with more chemo next time, which is kind of a funny reward. But ultimately, it just means we're killing cancer faster. So bring it on, because we've got plans past this cancer, and we are excited to put it behind us. So bring it on. If anybody's ready for this fight, it's me. I can do it. My faith has never been stronger, even before the diagnosis. I was in such a good place. And so I haven't felt alone, and I will praise God even in the storm, and I know that He's with us and He's healing, and whatever happens, we are okay. We will just continue to praise Him. I thank Him that this is something that I truly believe I can handle, because there are much scarier things out there. And if somehow this journey that me and my family are on helps bring even just one person closer to God, helps them realize a personal faith and relationship with Jesus, then okay, that's great. That's amazing. And I can do this. I can do this, especially if I know that in some way it inspires or helps somebody else, then bring it on. So I will continue to share my faith, and I will continue to lean on God. And I'll probably continue sharing it with you guys because it's really important to me. And yeah, so we got this. I'm bald. I'm getting used to it. But now that we've been through a round, I feel like we have a little better knowledge of what to expect and how things will go. I know it'll probably get harder because even though my counts are up, they're not the same as everybody else's. So I'm starting round 2 a little harder off than I started round 1. So we'll just see how it goes, and we'll deal with the obstacles as they come. I am getting ready to leave with my sister. We're going to go to a little boutique that is hats and wigs and things. So we're going to go check that out. So love you guys. Thanks.